Hello, let's solve a cave puzzle. This is called Primes by Grant Fikes. I sourced this from GM Puzzles. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. I'm going to go over the rules. So this is a shading puzzle. We're going to be shading some cells. I will use this dark color for the shaded cells. These represent the cave walls. And I'll use the green color for the unshaded cells, which represents the cave. So all of our cave walls have to be attached to an edge somewhere. And the attachment is guided through connectivity through edges. So if I just had this and the rest was unshaded around it, this does not reach an edge because you can't go diagonally. So it doesn't touch an edge, so that's bad. But if I did something like that, now it does get to an edge, so we're fine. So 2x2s are fine. There's no non 2x2 rule in cave. There isn't in a lot of shading puzzles, but not this one. What else? Okay, so now the unshaded cells need to be connected, fully connected. They don't. I mean, they probably touch an edge, but they don't have to. What matters is that they're fully connected. So it's one cave, not multiple caves. So we can't do something like this because these two are not connected. Even if we did this, they're still not connected to the rest of the greens through edges. So that's no good. So that is the cave and the shaded. Now, what determines how we shade? That's these digits here, these clues. So the way these clues work is they are a count. First of all, they are always unshaded. A clue is never shaded. And including itself, we count how many cells it can see line of sight vertically and horizontally. Right now there's no shaded cells, so it sees all of these. And so the count would be 13 because it's the 7x7. We don't double count the middle. So we see 13 cells. But if I place a wall here, now I don't see these two and the wall isn't an unshaded. So we see these 7 plus 3 more. We see 10. And now if I were to shade this one, because we can't see past the walls, we now see 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I could put a shaded cell here, and then that now is 5, and that's valid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is how that works. All the clues have to see in its row and column in total, including itself, that number of cave cells before hitting a wall. All right, and let me show you a solved puzzle just as an example so you can see what a solved puzzle looks like. So this is the original puzzle. This is the solved one. And you can see the cave wall always hit a wall. You don't need to have them all connected to each other, just they all have to reach a wall somehow. So these single ones are fine. And then the unshaded cells are fully connected. And these numbers tell you how many they see. Like this 5 here sees 4 in the column and 1 in the row. This 3 sees 1 in the column and 1 in the row in itself. Right, that's 3. All right, and that is it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay. So I think small digits are a good place to start, especially this one here. Right, okay, so the first thing actually I'm going to do is I'm going to mark all of these as unshaded. So that makes it easier to see that if this were an unshaded cell, then this 2 would be a 3. At least it would see these 3. And so this has to be shaded. And that affects this 7. We're a 7x7, so it means we just take the entire column. Now this doesn't have to, like, connectivity-wise, this doesn't have to go anywhere. This could be an island on its own because it's already touching a wall. That's all we have to do. We have to get to a wall. But now this 2 is done, so it's surrounded by shadeds in order to not become a 3. This 2 up here could take the one below or the one to the right. I'm not sure which yet. The one below blocks this a little bit, but it could still get to an edge. Okay, what else? Maybe this 7 or these 7s or a 3. Well, with the 3, one thing we know is we aren't shading both. We're shading at least one of these two, because if they're both unshaded, the 3 sees 4. So what's that mean for the 5? So the 5's not taking both of these. It takes at most one of these. So if we shaded this one, we'd be able to take 1, 2. Oh no, it reaches all the way to the left. That actually works. Let me just make sure I undo instead of, yeah, okay. So if I take this one, I get 2 automatically. Do I have to take that one? No. Okay, maybe I need to think about a different digit first. Oh, this shaded cell needs to reach an edge. The only path through is right there. We can shade that. Now that that's shaded, okay, this 5. If I were to shade this one, that's a problem. Because if I shade this one, the 5 can go this far, but it can't get to the 3. Because then the 3 is broken. So we can take this one and we can take these two, but that's still just 4. So the conclusion is that this is unshaded. And now the 5 sees 3. It just needs 2 more. So we could take these two or take this one, but it always takes this one. Because without this one, we can't get to 5. We'd absorb the 3 and become a 6, and the 3 would be a 4. That's no good. So this is unshaded. I guess for this 7, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're always going to need these two to get to 7, if not more. So right now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we either have one more here or one more here. Okay, this 7 has gained 1. So it can't take the whole bottom row. That wouldn't be allowed. Because it would be an 8 at least. But that means this 7 can't take the whole bottom row either. The only way to avoid that... I guess any of these over here could be shaded, and we'd avoid it. I was going to say we need to put a shaded in between them, but I don't think that's the case. We could connect them. Oh, but you know what? No matter what, that does mean this is unshaded. Because either this is shaded, in which case the 7 takes the whole column. Obviously, that makes this one shaded. Otherwise, these 7s share the row and have the same exact count, which can't be 7, because this 7 also has this guy. So this 7 has to take at least one more up to match. Or because it takes the whole column. Does that affect anything? This 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes one more. These 5s, I don't know. Let's see. Is the 3... I don't know. The 3 has a lot of optionality. If we just took these two, then the 3 would be done. And you know what? I think both 7s have to grow up one more. Because how do they get 6 in this row? It's impossible. Because as soon as we try to, we absorb this one that's already unshaded, right? If we make this shaded, we're down to only 5 cells in the row. As soon as there's any shaded in the row, which we know there's at least one, we've now blocked that one off as well. And so there's only 5 available. So both of these must grow up one more. And that finishes the 3. That's shaded, that's shaded, that's shaded. This has to reach a wall. This has to get out so we can get to a wall. All right, so this 7 just takes the whole column then, because it does not see anything to its left. This 7, I'm not sure. How about this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 7 could just take the whole column and shade that one. Or it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would work. If we unshade both of these, that would work. Oh, what about this 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is taken. So our options are either take the whole column, or take this one and be done. The whole column is no good because it shares the column with a 5. So we're definitely not taking the whole column. Which means we are going to need to take some to its left, which means we do take that one, and now it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's shaded. Not surprised. In fact, that had to get out. I didn't notice that. That would have been easier logic, but got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to take all of these. This now has to get out. Now it touches a wall. This 2's broken. Oh, shoot. Oh, I thought I was doing so well. Did I break any of these? Are any of these obviously not their count? Because as soon as if the 2 would have to go here, but now it's the 3. Did I mess up? Oh, I messed up the 5. I just messed up that 5 recently. So I didn't count this one. Whoops. So it's not so easy as that. What can I? This is connected. That's good. Looking for connectivity is sometimes the way to make progress if you are stuck. So this 2 takes this one or this one. If it takes this one, that's shaded. And doesn't that break the 5? No, the 5 can take this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, even if the 5 took the entire row, it's only a 4. So it has to grow 1 up at least. What else can we say? Right, I can't shade this one, or this 5 only gets 4. So this is unshaded. So now this 5 already has 4. So either that's unshaded or that's unshaded, but not both. What are we doing? This 5 has 4, so one of these 2 is shaded. Unshaded, sorry. Huh, I guess one of each is what I'm saying. One of each there. One of each there. How do we finish this? Is it maybe it has to do with the 2. It might be the connectivity. Well, this 2 has to connect up somewhere, so it might be that connectivity. Yeah, yeah, okay. If the 2 unshades that one, this is shaded. And we can't unshade this one because now this 5 becomes a 6. So the 2 can't go down. It must go right. That's shaded. Now that reaches the wall. That's good. And that's unshaded in order to stop the 2. And now the 5 has to take this one. This still doesn't connect up. It has to take that one. And now the 5 is done. That's shaded. We're done. Oh, okay. That ending was a little intricate. Maybe there was a simpler thing to see. I often take the more complicated route because I just kind of dive into the deep end if I get stuck. All right, cool. Yeah, we ended up with not too many cave walls in this one, but that was a neat puzzle. How'd you do?